Check. Cool. You already know what it is. DTFradio.com, the Fix Show. DJ Epidemic on the set right now. You know how we get things rocking and rolling. Listen, got some joints for y'all today. I got some joints for y'all today. We are all in. Got some new joints straight from the West Coast, right? So you already know how we do it.
Always someone watching everything I do. Fake pages just to see my every move. Blocked your number so your calls not coming through. We can get away just to catch a break from you. Always someone watching everything I do. Fake pages just to see my every
Let's go. Random music on deck. You already know how you moving, right?
calls not coming through. We can get away just to catch
EYN music was good.
true colors, yeah, you really show.
Gigi, what up?
I invited, but you show up to my house. Acting stupid, but you know what this
You already know what we doing.
got
DJ Epidemic on the set.
started breaking
The Fix Show.
the
Do I
rules.
miss you? Do I think about you? Could it be you and me, boy? Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
But I miss you. Don't you think about me? Blowing up my phone. No, you need to stop.
Always someone watching everything I do. Fake pages just to see my every move. Blocked your number so your calls not coming through. We can get away just to catch a break from you. True colors, yeah, you really showed out. Uninvited, but you show up to my house. Acting stupid, but you know what this about. Got too comfortable and started breaking all the
Do I miss
rules.
you? Do I think about you? Could it be you and me, boy? Absolutely not. But I miss you. Don't you think about me? Blowing up my phone. No, you need to stop.
Hit me up, don't you press my line. No need to check on me, baby. I'm doing fine. I'm doing better. I'm doing better without you. Blow me up, no I won't hit reply. No need to check on me, baby. I'm doing fine. I'm doing better. I'm doing better without you. Yeah. Try to make your way to my good side. Sending gifts, but you can't apologize. Should've knew you had a problem with your pride. And you're feeling sad and lonely when it's late at night. Still pretending to be something that you're not. Down bad, cause somebody else is in your spot. You was tripping, you was slipping, you got dropped.
Do I miss you? Do I think about you? Could it be you and me, boy? Absolutely not. But I miss you. Don't you think about me? Blowing up my phone. No, you need to
Don't you press my line, no need to check on me, baby. I'm doing fine. I'm doing better. I'm doing better without you. Blow me up, no I won't hit reply. No need to check on me, baby. I'm doing fine. I'm doing better. I'm doing better without you.
You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. She says you wanna let the waves splash down on me.
Okay, let's go.
She says you wanna let the waves splash down on me. You
You already know the vibes, right?
bitch, stop playing with me.
DTFradio.com. Your boy DJ Epidemic on the set.
Playing with me. She says you wanna let the waves splash down on me. She says you wanna let the waves splash down on me. I'm on the way, send me the Addy. I'm on the Jackie. 5 on the belt, 10 on the jacket. You gotta have me. It's been a day, I don't wanna wait no more. Why the fuck are we waiting? I don't wanna wait no more. I know a couple niggas had you. I ain't tripping, they ain't fucking with me. No niggas on your block Aggie, but them niggas don't mean nothing to me. Hopped out, double park. All them niggas watching, cop the rubber from the op. Hit your crib and got it poppin'. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. You see She said she wanna let the waves splash down on me. She said she wanna let the waves splash down on me. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. She said she wanna let the waves splash down on me. She said she wanna let the waves splash down on me.
I know she bout it. It ain't mine, but you fucking, I doubt it. She told me that's her nigga rerouted. I'm a rich nigga, no, I ain't clouded. Lovable, I'm young and I'm bossed up. It's a difference, don't let it get coached up. I was 17 coming through pushed up. Now it's belly truck and be more stuff. She a dance on her DMV crowded. And she fucking Lil T, that he stylish. Ain't gon' say that little bitch ain't got mileage, but we ain't childish. There ain't no challenge like yeah. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me.
I'm letting you know I gotta stay down on the road. I'm letting you know she got it locked down while I'm gone. We don't do average shit. I got a magic stick, can you see? Whole lot of lavish shit. Used to not have a shit. No, no, no. Sliding in bitch with my Gucci's on. Just trying to stay out the way. Money get made when I sleep. I don't do nothing for free. I have some Dior slippers. I don't know what I did with them. Bret Hart when I'm sharp shooting. I apply for them M's and you know I got them. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. You see the drop top, bitch, stop playing with me. She said she wanna let the waves splash down on me. She said she wanna let the waves splash down on me.
Rich Flair, I can damn fool. Usher Raymond with the dance moves. Feel like Diddy, look, I can't choose. Yeah, ain't no loving, we don't like dudes. Flying bitches out the Cancun. Feel like Jigga, bitch, I can't lose. Yeah, how the fuck they walk in my shoes? Ain't no praying me in my room. But no, the Henny me in my jewels. Yeah, it's just really me and my goons. Spinning on them like a typhoon. Might ride the wave, there's a monsoon. Yeah, bugging on them like I'm Ric Flair. Money making feel like Mitch there. Looking broke, baby, said I'm rich well. Yeah, she got a nigga, I'm like, bitch, where? Your main bitch in the big chair. Fucking on her while your bitch there. Yeah, how the fuck we even get there? They don't see a nigga drive. Swerving on them, I'm in sixth gear. Yeah, Hollywood, I never been there. Niggas love to say I'm Hollywood. Think I'm about to take a trip there. Ric Flair, I can damn fool. Usher Raymond with the dance moves. Feel like Diddy, look, I can't choose. Yeah, ain't no loving, we don't like dudes. Flying bitches out the Cancun. Feel like Jigga, bitch, I can't lose. Yeah, how the fuck they walk in my shoes? Ain't no playing me in my room. But no, the Henny me in my jewels. Yeah, it's just really me and my goons. Spinning on them like a typhoon. Try to ride a wave, there's a monsoon. Boom, boom, yeah, busting on them to the clip, yeah. Pussy niggas shouldn't have went there. Bugging on them like I'm Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah, rob a nigga while his kids there. Serve a nigga while his bitch there. We disrespectful, we don't fucking care. Smell like money when I hit the block. Pull up in that bitch and let the titties drop. Bitch, I'm cold, they got me living hot. Till I don't dance, I'll let the glizzy pop. Bad and bougie, let me inside. Fuck nigga, let your bitch ride. Big guns, this is stick drive. Cause I don't fuck with niggas up on this side. Ric Flair, I can damn fool. Usher Raymond with the dance moves. Feel like Diddy, look, I can't choose.
Yeah. First I go for so you gon' need 3 foot motors. I got the body from Jim Ellis, but I had switched the motor. I got these badass bitch riding around this bitch named Autos.
DTFradio.com.
Told her make a story. I just bought all the Trojans.
Your boy Epidemic gonna set.
I told her style my niece. I told her stop telling everything she seen and told her meet me at the Ritz. I got baguettes in the back of my ring and I went in trying to.
Let's go.
She got a
level.
before she can talk to the list. Before she can talk to the kid. I just pulled up in some food. I told her mama tie all my shoes. Showed her 2 million cash, now she woozing. 20 watches and I'm still snoozing. I had came up out the trenches, then I had beat a few bodies like Boosie. She said you Merkle, I show you my Gucci. I had to sing to this bitch like Latusi. Yeah. Let's go. Bitch got a backwood on her nightstand. She must be fucking with Gunna. Yeah. I fuck with slacks and we gonna eat racks and I came with some fucking piranhas. Yeah. I done been Scotty, I got in my well, need somebody grow me a tree. Came out the hood in my trunk, got a hood, now quick out the car with no keys. Beat it, she for the street knee. Only one she got hit at the street knee. I feel a little rich this week. Influence my family to not be cheap. I told her FN on me. Connie, she needs just a Glocky key. Do rollin' sissy, locked in seats. We rollin' that coupe with a bucket seat. Got it up mud like a football cleat. I used to drop out of that photo geek. Call her the plug and he know what I need. Stay underneath so we hardly speak. Yeah, I'm in New York counting money. Yeah, ain't the star man, but I'm stunning. Yeah, one of these boys wanna let me. Yeah, now wife didn't know love he does. Yeah, yeah, woo, yeah, 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 yeah.
DJ Epidemic.
The game is off balance, I'm back on my shit. The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it. You all on my dick, I'm all in my bag, as hard as it get. I do not store powder, I might take a sip, I might hit the blunt, but I'm liable to trip. I ain't popping no pill, but you do as you wish. I roll with some fiends, I love them to death. I got a few mil, but not all of them rich. What good is the bread if my niggas is broke? What good is first class if my niggas can't sit? That's my next mission, that's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron, get my niggas more chips. Just put the rollie right back on my wrist. This watch came from Drizzy, he gave me a gift. Back when the rap game was praying like this. They act like two legends cannot coexist. But I never beef with a nigga for nothing. If I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clout, it won't be for fame. It won't be cause my shit ain't selling the same. It won't be to sell you my latest little sneakers. It won't be cause some niggas slid in my lane. Everything grows, it's destined to change. I love you little niggas, I'm glad that you came. I hope that you scrape every dollar you came. I hope you know money won't erase the pain. To the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching you when you was paving the ground. I copied your cadence, I mirrored your style. I studied the greats, I'm the greatest right now. Fuck if you feel me, you ain't got a choice. I ain't do no promo, still made all that noise. This shit gon' be different, I set my intentions. I promise to slap all that hate out your voice. Niggas been counting me out, I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list.
Let's go.
Been twice and I'm getting them hit. The real one's been dying, the fake ones is lit. The game is off balance.
You already know I ain't moving on the Wednesday, right?
Dirty, my niggas.
DJFradio.com.
How I like it, you.
The boys DJ Epidemic on the set. Yeah.
I just poured something in my cup.
Listen.
I've been wanting something I can feel.
We all in, right? We all in, we all in.
Money in your phone will make you rich. Put it on their neck, I got them stuck. I'ma give them something they can feel. If it ain't about the swat, don't give a fuck. Pistol in your hand, dead in the middle, two generations.
All right, let's go. Let's rock out this brand new record. This brand new record right here. It's called Call Up, Just Kev.
Baby, I could call her, said you was fine. You vibe with the artist. I'm the your type, touch your legs, get you started. Back of the rose, come and show me why I'm important. Shorty got a nice smile, she tight. Wow, I'm a Miami girl, just the right style. She put my
Let's go. Yeah, you see this one right here.
Baby, I could call her, said you a vibe with the artist. I'm the your type, touch your legs, get you started. Back of the rose, come
okay.
I'm important, shorty got a nice smile, she tight. Wow, I'm a Miami girl, this the lifestyle. She pulling right on me, I told her pipe down right now, right now. She know I get in my zone, I might take a little sip of spokes, pass the Patron. 10,000 on blues, I bring that thing in the mall.
Let's go. DJFradio.com, you know the deal, right?
You can call me once, I can pick up my phone.
We out here moving, DJ Tracy. Epidemic, yo, Prez. Listen.
Baby, I'm never home. Had to get to the zone.
One more time from the top. One more time from the top, right? I wouldn't be a record break if I didn't do this right? DJ Epidemic on the set. The Fix Show, DTF Radio. You already know how we get down. Here we go.
Baby, I could call her.
Okay.
Come vibe with the artist.
Let's get talk to him.
Touch your legs, get you started. Back of the rose, come and show me why I'm important. Shorty got a nice smile, she tight. Wow, I'm a Miami girl, this the life.
Let's go.
How she pulling right on me, I told her pipe down right now, right now. She know I get in my zone. I might take a little sip of spokes, pass the Patron. 10,000.
Brooklyn, what up?
Bring that thing in the mall.
You already know how you moving, right?
Whatever, cause she back to the bone.
Listen.
You can call me once, I can pick up my phone.
Shout to the whole Canarsie. Flatbush, I see y'all. Bushwick, what up? Best Style, what up?
Baby, I'm the
Crown Heights, Brownsville, you already know, right?
I'm a wood of bag a girl if I want you, but none of that no matter to the artist come and want you. You tell me no and let me go and it a haunt you. Make me spend the money by the house and then you can't you. Me never make you feel like you're wasting your time. I bag of money for me lady, come me love you, you're fine. Never give me bone and let me down, you tell me it's mine. Me love you like you're my wife, never a night when you cry. Mama, should be next you more now. Stammer, turn the poop up just like a Amma, them try to touch you, say you have a man, them loving the style. Make you fly out and relax your mind for a little while. Go to Africa to feed your grape on the river Nile. You the one me say me need forever, give you a shot. Y'all say them off to me, but me loving the style.
She told me I'm the nicest, she know what to fight with. Hands on black, the shorty she light skin. When she move her hips, get the young and excited.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. We are live on the Fix Show, DTFradio.com. Shout out to DJ Epidemic, who's always playing the hot new joints, man. How you doing, E? Everything good? Got that fresh V-neck on?
Listen, it's laundry day.
Right. I hear you, man. How's everything?
Everything's good. Can't complain.
Everything good, man. Shout out to everybody on the gram, man. What's up? It always feels like we haven't been here in a while, right?
Word.
We was here last week? No, right?
It was a couple weeks ago, but it's just like you do so much in between
Right, we do a lot.
Like it seems like it's long because we're doing a lot more than when since when I first got on the show. We're doing a
right. We're doing a lot, man. It's a lot, man. But shout out to everything you're doing, man. Our 6-year anniversary is coming up, man. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna say this live on the air, man. I was thinking about that. I was like, yo, so much time, energy, and money goes into these events that we do every year, Epidemic. I was like, you know what I was thinking about? I was gonna tell you this too, but we on the air, so fuck it. I was like, you know what? Maybe this year we could save some bread and not do an event and just do an open radio show where whoever was a past guest wants to come up and show love, they could just come up and show love, man. Do whatever, spit a freestyle, talk about what they got going on at that point in time. Just see if we could talk to the station, do a little 3-hour show where people could just come up and show love, man. You know what you think about that? I think that's cool. Have some Bel Air on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like
that works.
Right, right, and the anniversary date falls on a Thursday, so to do it on a Wednesday would make sense.
Facts.
And we don't have to put ourselves through so much pressure to do something. Right. What you think? Think about that?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. That's
all right, man. It sounds like something we could do, man. Y'all know what it is, man. DJ Trace, I am here. Shout out to everybody who's been a part of this show since 2015, man. 6 years here on DTF Radio, man. I can't even say how much I appreciate all our past co-hosts, all our past guests. You know what I was looking at the other day, man, when Little Mama came in here and she killed the freestyle, man. Like, I was looking at all our past guests and stuff, and we had some pretty dope guests up here, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody who's been a part of the Fix Show legacy history, man. We appreciate it. Have a good guy here, man. Shotty, he's been a part of our history for a minute. We're gonna get to him in a second. But today we are drinking Valone. Valone is a VSOP cognac that is part of the Bel Air family. You know I'm a Black Bottle Boy officially, so you know everything we drink got to be a part of the Bel Air family. You know what I'm saying? So today our guest gets to taste this VSOP cognac. You know what I'm saying? Shotty, you get the taste it too. You feel me? Something new. It's a dope bottle. So shout out to the whole Valone family, the whole Bel Air family. You know what it is. Shout out to everybody on the gram. Cuzzo, I see you. I'm not drinking today because I'm on some meds, but you know, we're here. You know, dealing with some stuff on the health side, but we here. I'm here to promote the drink. That you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
You drank it before, right?
No need no chaser for it.
Did you? How's my bottle, McQueen? Did you drink it?
That's done.
It's done. You liked it? It's smooth.
It's cool. I'm not too much of a gin fan, but you know, I went over to my cousin's crib and he drinks gin more than me, so me and him.
They like it.
He like that one. They like that one over.
You saved the bottle at least.
Did I say the bottle?
Nah,
I
you didn't say the
don't
bottle?
remember.
It's a nice bottle.
It is a nice bottle, but after that bottle of drink, you was lit.
Right.
So, I don't remember.
Shout out to Bel Air family. McQueen is our gin. That's another Bel Air family bottle right there. But we got some things coming up. Oh, tomorrow. Sorry, man. These little headaches and stuff. I'm trying to get in the game over here for y'all, man. Tomorrow I am DJing an official Knicks draft party at Karma Lounge.
Okay.
And I just saw. Matter of fact, Epidemic, can you check my stories right now? I reposted something. I think we're gonna have a special guest. Can you confirm it real quick? I think we have a special guest. I just didn't see what I reposted. I'm dumb like that. Like I just repost it. But going to my stories real quick is the last story. Does it say special guest?
It doesn't let me go. It says that you're live.
Oh damn. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to hold on. Let me see something. Let me go into my stuff. I think we got a special guest. Oh, so tomorrow at the Knicks draft viewing party, we have legendary Nick, Grandmama himself, LJ Larry Johnson will be in the building. DJ Trace, I'm on the set. You know I'm Ewing Athletics representative, brand ambassador for Patrick Ewing, Ewing's athletic company. So you know I'm on the set, Black Bottle Boys. LJ will be in the building tomorrow at Karma Sutra Lounge for that Knicks draft viewing party. Shout out to Knicks Omni fan. Shout out to y'all. You know I'm drinking Bel Air. You know I'm drinking something. Valone, I'm drinking Bamboo Rum. We drinking something. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow is going down. You know what it is. Other than that, we have a special guest here by the name of Eddie Chiba, right? He's here via the homie Shotty. Shotty is the guy who has brought us Reem the Giant. You know what I'm saying? The guys who used to come support me at Casa in the Bronx, all the way in East Tremont, in West Bubblefuck, up there in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Shotty's been part of the show a couple times, right? Times, man. He's always been in tune with me, man. So shout out to Shotty. Shotty, how you doing, man? Bring the mic down. Talk to me, man. What's up? How the big guy do?
Welcome
Right,
back.
man.
Thank you.
Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good.
I haven't seen you physically in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been
Almost 2 years, right?
Yeah, since the last anniversary down on the Lower East Side.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had
man.
a good time that night. That was
Yeah, you ain't have all that white stuff on your face.
Nah. wisdom.
Right,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, definitely.
So you managing a lot of artists now?
Yeah.
How has that been going for you, man? Like you started with Reem, right?
With Rem, yeah, Rem the Giant. Started out with him. It's been going pretty good. I mean, this is all family. So I just been surrounded by so much talent that
Right.
it's been a blessing for me, you know.
Right.
I knew me and Chief go back over 25 years, 30 years.
But it also means that as a manager, you're doing something right. That's what it also means.
Yeah. I mean, it's a collective thing. JBS, you know, my partner Jig, Boogs, BO. I mean, we get together and it's a collective thing. This isn't a agreement from both of us. Yo,
Right.
we exchange ideas, you know, go off each other's energy. We trust each other. you know?
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Right, but like I said, man, when you're managing artists, that's a trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That an artist instills in you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it gotta mean that you're doing something right if people are allowing you to manage them.
Nah, absolutely.
You can't manage everybody, right?
No,
and
no.
everybody's not manageable,
No,
right?
no.
So I'm gonna let you guys taste this. Is that all right?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a VSOP cognac. This is a cognac, all right? So
All right.
don't look at me like that, man. You know, just take the goddamn drink, all right?
Hennessy, I left that cognac.
Right. Right. It's just a tasting, man. It's a tasting, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
Valone.
drink this on special occasions.
Right. That's Valone, man. It's a tasting. Let me know how y'all really feel about it. Shout out to the Black Bottle Boys. Shout out to Bel Air.
Oh, this is
Not
good.
bad.
Yeah,
is
that's
good.
that's
It tastes like got like a hint of cinnamon in it or something.
it's
sweet.
caramel. It's caramel.
Now this is smooth.
Right. It's a VSOP cognac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's called Valone. It's brought to you by, you know, the owners of Bel Air.
Brett, you was right. It is good.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
It smell like it's gonna whip your ass though.
Right. So again, Shadi, so what have you learned since managing Rem and moving on to other artists? As a manager, what have you learned along the way? I'm pretty sure you learned some new things, right?
Yeah, you got to trust the process, but this is a long grind. It's not an overnight industry. Some people get lucky, and a lot of people, I think, don't really know what's entailed when it comes to this music thing.
Right.
They only see what's posted on social media, what's on the TV, and all they see is the highlight reel.
Right.
Nobody sees the work that it goes into putting these projects out and getting everything together.
Right. So what's your biggest thing as a manager towards an artist? Like what is it that you require from an artist when you're in their lives, in their professional lives? Like
the passion, like it got to match each other.
Right.
I can't have more passion than you as the artist. It got to be equal. You got to want it just as much as I want it for you, so it can work that way.
Right. Now, do you play a large part in what music goes out, what music is promoted and marketed?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're basically management, but we're operating almost like in the label form.
Okay.
So we're sitting with, this is what you want to go through. We running through the songs. We sitting with the artist. This is what he wants to go through with first. All right, we think this is a good look. Yeah. All right. Well, what about visuals? What about marketing plan for it? And then once we agree, we set forth and go through with it.
So as a manager now, and Eddie, we got a lot of time, so we're gonna get to you, brother. As a manager in this digital era, this social media era, how do you choose what music goes out and what's promoted and marketed? Because, you know, it seems like people have a short attention span on social media. You know,
on social media,
right?
But not with music.
Right.
Music is gonna last. You're a DJ. You're not playing every song that's out now. You're still playing songs that was hot 5-6 years ago because of the energy, the vibe.
Right.
So music is still gonna last. It's social media is just like taking the replace of big radio. We used to always get mad at big radio for playing the same song over and over and be like, damn, would they just play something new? Social media, posting your music constantly over and over and over will get into people's heads, just like the radio got in our heads. It was a couple of songs that probably played that you didn't care for, but they played this so much that you was like, all right, it's cool. I like it.
Right.
Social media is the same way as far as promoting your music. Your music still has to be good. It still got to have a substance that people gravitate to. It still got to have that energy that people want to feel good and like, yo, I like this. This is what I want to listen to.
Now, okay, I disagree with some of the things you're saying. But let's get to this. Like you're from that golden era. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Where every song that was coming out was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like people were really putting their all into the music that was coming out. And a lot of that music that was coming out around our time and before our time is timeless music. How do you feel about the music that your artists are putting out right now? Do you feel like their music is timeless?
Yeah, we just proved that with a project we put out by Minnesota, Money Boss, who was the producer from the Money Boss Players, who produced for Ghostface, Lil' Kim, Biggie, did puns, I'm Not a Player. He did a lot. Ja Rule, Lil Wayne, Trick Daddy. His list goes on and on, like real big hits out the Bronx. He had an album made but never actually put together fully, and it sat for 25 years almost. We put it out earlier this year. Not one person was like, yo, this music is dated or sound old or this and that. They were like, yo, this is hot. This is new. And it picked up and got a big response. So that showed me that music is timeless. It's what you create if you don't date it. If it's music and it feels good and is authentic, you can still put it out there.
I agree with that. I still think a lot of upcoming artists right now are not making timeless music. They're making generic
Trend
sounding
music. Yes.
trend music. Um, and as a DJ, right? And Epidemic, you could jump in if you want on this one. As a DJ, it is so hard to play newer music now, especially in a crowd of people that are mixed in age, because you still have those young folks who love the old school music, and you got the old folks that still love the old school music too. So when you play that old school music, whether it's old school rap, hip hop, reggae, whatever, you get that standing ovation, like everybody loving it, everybody having a good time. The minute you play a trap or drill song or whatever the case is, whatever type of music, TikTok song, it's like it's cool for that instance, but after that, it's kind of like the party went down the drain. And I see it myself.
Right.
Like I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, what's your thoughts on that? Epidemic, I want your thoughts on that too. Let's start with you, Epidemic. You know you've seen it. Don't lie. Don't sit here. I know you got relationships with artists. I ain't trying to mess you up with nobody outside, but you got to say the goddamn truth, man. You got to say the truth.
You gotta say it.
Even coming from the industry, like even from some of the A&Rs.
Raise your mic up a little bit.
How's that?
Yep.
So even some of the A&Rs that I know that's in the industry, they're looking for something different. So a lot of the stuff that's coming out, like when you heard LMA's Buddha, it was able to come out and stand over a lot of the other music that was out around it, because there was nothing that had that feel out at that time that made that record pop, because everybody wanted something different. They wanted a different type of pop.
Boot Up is a song that's always going to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like swag surfing.
Yeah.
That song will forever be played at a birthday event, at a party, forever. Right? Cool. Go ahead.
So like records like now, like a lot of the drill records, I don't see a lot of them lasting because a lot of people can't relate to them. And a lot of those people that's involved in drill music and the activities that's surrounded around drill music, they eventually grow out of it, and later on down the line, they won't be even listening to that type of stuff because they're gonna get tired of it. So a lot of stuff sounds the same, and there's no feeling behind it, and it's only that right now feeling and not that tomorrow feeling in the music that's coming out today.
Right. And let's keep it a buck. I'm going to say something that probably has not been said on radio. And I'll probably get some backlash for it if people see this interview. But I got to keep it a buck because people got to understand where we come from as DJs, right? From the business standpoint.
Y'all are gatekeepers of this industry.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. But when it comes to certain trap songs and drill songs, what a lot of DJs won't say is that there are times where we're put in a situation where venues tell us not to play that music because they don't want that type of vibe. They don't want to cause certain situations to happen. They don't want certain things to happen. They don't want to see certain things. So sometimes am I right or wrong, Epidemic? So for me, if I was an artist, I would look at all that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm putting out music, I would look at what was to happen if this was to happen, if that was to happen. Like, I would look at all different types of demographics. I would look at, policies and rules from venues because I want my music to be heard and played. So I don't want there to be any type of restriction on what I put out. You understand what I'm saying? So I think artists don't take heed to that. You know what I'm saying? And to certain things that DJs are put through in the industry.
They're not doing their homework at all.
Right. That's the right way to say it.
Yeah, they don't do their homework. They just go on with the trend. So this is, everybody's on drill mode now. This is what we playing. All right, I'm gonna do a drill song. Instead of thinking, let me do something a little different. It's okay to, I'm gonna jump on these two joints right here, do the drill drum, I'm gonna kill it, but I'm gonna show people I got something else as well. Everybody don't want to hear drill all day.
Right. But I'll give you an example of what I'm saying, right? Let's say Eddie puts out a song. It becomes a #1 hit record all around the world, right? Everybody wants to hear the new Eddie song, right? We do a launch party for the Eddie song. Somebody comes, cracks you over the head with a bottle during the Eddie song. The owner is going to see that. he's gonna tell another owner, and then the whole New York City is gonna be filled with owners that said, "Oh, don't ever play that song because this is the type of energy that."
brings.
And then we're put in a situation where we're told, "Oh, if you have that type of music, not the song,
Nah, that
you
type
have
of
that
music.
type of music, don't play it."
Yeah.
Right. You understand what I'm saying? So that happens
Yes.
a lot of times, and it happens with hit records.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think anybody realizes that or understands that. You know what I'm saying? When it happens.
I don't see how they don't see it, because that's how New York's party scene dwindled so much from
Right.
big clubs, because they didn't want that type of music in their establishment.
Right.
So it was less places to go to.
Right. So now, what do you think about the term TikTok music? I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is that? What is TikTok music? What do people consider TikTok music?
Well, TikTok music is like the clip of when they just do little challenges too. So like some songs, you may see a song that's like 1 minute because.
But it seems like it's a genre, because even in the record pools, you see that they have like a crate of TikTok music. So it's a genre now. Like,
I don't know if it's
that's just what goes viral.
It's a term, not a genre.
That's just what goes viral. A TikTok song is a song that went viral on TikTok that everybody know. You can play it anywhere. Basically, a lot of the TikTok songs are universal records.
so it's more geared to like pop music or whatever. Pop or dance.
It could be pop music. It could be hip hop, and like a lot of the songs, whatever they have popular. Like, and you're looking at TikTok and you have the popular challenges that's out there. That's what it is.
Really?
Like, a lot of those songs, yeah. But before you play a lot of those songs, you have to listen to the full song, listen to the lyrics, so you know which venues and like where you can play and where it's appropriate.
I didn't know that.
A lot of the songs that are TikTok songs, it's only a real quick snippet of it. So a lot of the songs saying being appropriate, but they just use a part of the song just for the challenge, and that makes the song blow up.
Right. Okay. I guess I got a little better understanding of what that is. Do you follow those trends as a manager?
No, I pay attention to them though.
Okay.
But I don't really follow in. A lot of them don't catch my ear, but I do pay attention. You got to pay attention to what you're involved in to know what's around you. So you'll know if you're copying that sound or if you're doing something different. If you're not paying attention, then how can you know?
Okay.
TikTok
All right.
breaking a lot of the new records up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But
Mr.
also,
Eddie.
wait, I got one thing to say. There was a record by Ghostface that was actually became a TikTok song.
Really?
Yeah, because
I want to hear that song. What song was that? Please play the song. I need to hear that.
I'm gonna find it for you. But there was a song.
It was a Wu-Tang TikTok song?
There was a no. It's an old record.
Really?
But they took a piece of the song.
Oh, they chopped it up.
No, it was actually they took. It was like part of the song goes, "Oh no, oh." That was from a Wu-Tang record from Ghostface that they got that from.
They sample. I know what they doing because
it became
it's
popular
happening a
TikTok.
lot on Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
So you got these girls dancing to these songs, and however they do it, they chop up songs from other songs and they put it together. It makes it almost sound like a Jersey type.
No, they took the whole. They took the.
You got it?
They just took that.
You got the
whole-
audio?
I'm gonna look for it.
Okay, so look for it. All right. So
like that's what's happening to a lot of older artists too. Because there's an older artist that had songs out years ago that nobody knew of, and these kids on TikTok would take it because they like the song and do a challenge, and then they would blow up. So that song probably wasn't a hit in 2010, but it's a hit in 2021, basically.
okay, all right, shit. I'm gonna show y'all what I was talking about though with the reels on Instagram once we get out the studio. So our guest of the evening, Mr. Eddie Chiba, is here. Did they give you the did Shotty give you the disclaimer on me and what I do here on this show and how I criticize music? If he didn't, that I don't know. I think he threw you under the bus if he ain't give you the disclaimer about me, man. I'm a very hard critic here. You ready for that?
DJing?
Huh?
How long you been DJing?
Over 20 years.
You don't know Money Boss plays?
No.
Then that's on you. See, that's on you.
We're not talking about that. We talking about how I
Shotty
criticize
threw me under the bus. He might have threw
how
you
we
under the
how
bus.
I
You supposed to know who
how
Eddie Chiba
I
is.
criticize records. That's what I'm talking about.
You never heard an Eddie Chiba record ever?
No.
I don't know what kind of DJing you doing. You might be playing just TikTok records.
Of course not. That's definitely not me. Not me. Definitely
I'm
not
like,
me.
me and my crew, inspired most of the Bronx, man. We the next thing popping after Fat Joe, right?
Yeah.
He was the next thing popping after
I don't
Fat
mind
Joe.
learning something new. That doesn't make me a bad DJ. You know what I'm
It
saying?
makes you. It don't make you a bad DJ.
Right.
I would just think if you was DJing that long, you would have had to come across.
Well,
some
I've
money
never
boss,
been.
man.
I've never been a mixtape DJ. I've always been a party DJ. You know what I'm saying? So I've always stick to party records and stuff like that. I've always broken records, yes, but I've never been a mixtape DJ. I've heard a lot of mixtapes from the mixtape eras, but I've never been a mixtape DJ myself. So it's not a disrespect to you or your team or whatever. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not taking it as a different, but
for 25
you know,
years,
yeah.
you ain't hit no money boss. That's kind of
No.
like, damn, I'm scratching my
I
head.
definitely
What we did
have
wrong,
not
son.
heard that
We
name.
didn't come across his ear.
Right. Right. I've never heard that name before, and I'm not afraid. I mean, it's better. It's better for me to not lie, right, and say
I'm just
yeah.
saying, you never heard Money Boss?
No,
player?
sir.
Lord Tariq, Peter Guns.
Lord Tariq,
Minnesota.
Peter Gunn. Peter Gunn's a good friend of mine. Yes.
Yeah, that's the two crews. We had it in Smash. Gun Runners, Money Boss.
I'm not from the Bronx. I've always been in the Lower East Side. So
That's even better because
you know what I'm saying.
We niggas know us all through the boroughs, man.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Like, it's kind of hard to believe that you've been DJing 25 years. You never heard no money. Boss.
So let me flip this one
now-
on you. Have you ever heard of me before Shotty? Before you knew Shotty?
Yup.
You've heard of me
On Hot 97, right?
before Hot 97.
No, I ain't here, but
You see
before
that?
Hot
You
97.
see that? Right.
But I heard about you.
Right. That's sold not for sale. Oh, bring him in here, man.
I'm
Tell
sold
him
not
tell
for sale.
him come in. What you doing, man? What you doing, man? Don't disrespect me like that. Don't go walking by, man. Come in, man. It's my guy right there, man. How you doing, man? Everything good? All right, man. Everything good? That's my guy right there, man.
You say you never heard Money Boss.
You never heard of Money Boss? No, man. I'm sorry, man. Yes. So I probably heard of the artist and not the name behind the artist.
Probably so.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So give me one out of that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me some credit.
That's
right? But shout out to Sold Not for Sale. They are here. I've known these guys since you first started the brand, right? First started the brand, man. You've achieved a lot, man. So salute to you. You know what I'm saying? It's always great to see you grinding out there doing your thing. You feel me? I remember when you came up here and gave us probably like one of your samples, right? Right. No, definitely. We got time. We got time. Right. We gonna get to that. We got time. I just had to show you love, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Haven't seen you physically in years. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, man. Rest in peace, Fred the Godson.
Yes.
Salute to his family. Blessings and prayers go out to his family and friends as well too. So Eddie Chiba, man, Bronx representative. What you got going on out there, man? What's up? Talk to us.
Hold on, Ed. Unknown fact. Eddie Chiba is part of the Sold Not for Sale movement.
Really?
From the beginning.
From the beginning. Movers and shakers.
Salute to you. Salute to you, man. Let's get to your music career though. What's up? What you got going on, man?
We just dropped two records. Get Your Money Up. Another joint called Omerta, title track of the album.
It's in the email, right? You said? Okay.
I ain't put the album out yet because we just still trying to build some traction up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm off hiatus. I'm trying to get back in this thing.
Right.
Shake it up a little bit.
Right. So as far as like all the new stuff that's going on now in the industry, as far as marketing and promoting music, how do you feel about that?
I like it.
Right.
I like the way shit is now.
You in tune with it? Like you up on it?
I'm learning. I mean, the kids is teaching me how to rock on the Instagram and I'm learning the social media and shit. I'm getting social savvy.
Right.
Slowly but surely, it's coming along, but shit is just much, much different from when we started.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How does that affect the marketing and promotion of your music? And please talk into the mic so people. We live on YouTube, on Facebook. We live all over the place.
Give me the question again.
Everything that you're learning from this era now, how does it affect your marketing and promotion for your music?
It's kind of easier. It's kind of easier. Like when we was coming up, you had to have big budgets to touch the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't no phones. Somebody could just tape, put it up.
Right. You had to put in that footwork, that real footwork,
you know
guerrilla
I mean?
marketing, flyers, everything.
Sitting down in labels all day, playing in clubs every night just to hope the DJ play one of your joints. Like,
right.
I've been through all that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And what's easier for you now as an artist? What's one thing that stands out that's easier for you now that wasn't easier for you before?
Touching the people. Because you could just pick up your phone. You know what I mean? Once you build your following and you get some people to, you know what I mean, follow you, if you interested enough, it'll grow. You know what I mean? And before it was word of mouth. That used to, you know what I mean? Somebody will have something in the Bronx. Maybe by next week it'll be in Brooklyn or Queens somewhere. And then maybe 2 months from now it'll hit upstate. You know what I mean? That's why the Griselda boys still spitting like that. Because all of our music used to get there late. I used to hustle up there. So I know that whole upstate New York is like the 90s still. You know what I mean? They still listening to Big Mike mixtapes, shit like that. Niggas ain't even making mixtapes no more in the city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, mixtapes became kind of like playlists now on Spotify and Apple, which is crazy to me. But
but it's just different. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different.
Right. I don't think
much easier to get out there.
I don't think the only thing I don't agree with is like touching the people through social media and being outside. Like I still think it's more impactful for you to be inside of a club or a lounge filled with people and touching them like that, as opposed to putting up a post on Instagram. You understand what I'm saying? Because
I agree with you exactly, because I'm still on it like that.
Right.
Like I still go, if I gotta be in here till 4 a.m. to, you know what I mean, just to vibe out and let the DJ see I'm supporting him so he can support me. That's always real. That's realer than, you know, that's real. That's tangible. People could see you, they could touch you on it. You know, in social media, it's a storyline basically. I let you see what I want you to see.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you pulling up, they see you in real life. You know?
Right. Now you just mentioned something that I try not to touch on this show because it's such a long conversation and it's like a never-ending conversation. But you touched on showing the DJ love and showing the DJ support. You know what I'm saying?
Because like, how you want them to play your record when you ain't even in the club 4 or 5 days? Well, you ain't gonna come out once. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna come out once and have a good time, man.
Right. So you still on that type of vibe where you come out and you support a DJ whether they play your record or not.
Right.
So that's how you build relationships with DJs, right? I appreciate that, especially being a part of the DJ community. A lot of times now, especially have us already, you know, kind of like interviewed a lot of the younger artists. A lot of younger artists and a lot of upcoming artists feel like they don't need DJs because of these playlists, because of social media, because of other things that make them feel like a DJ is not worth having on their corner or on their side because they have all these other resources. Amp the Champ, what up? How do you feel about that?
I feel things is changing. You know what I mean? For them, they feel they don't need the DJ. You know what I mean? In our era, the DJ is the DJ, you know, that's the maestro. He controlled the whole shit. You know what I mean? These kids now, they didn't really come from that. They come from getting on their phone and getting 1 million views. You know what I mean? Shit like, so they probably feel they don't need a DJ. And I could understand it.
You just said it right now, 1 million views, right? A lot of these up and coming artists, they feel that because they got the social media following and the views that they don't need anybody.
Yeah,
they don't need a record deal. They don't need
the record ain't even hot.
Right. They don't need to be on the radio. They don't need to do anything because they have these social media numbers. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like society, the part of society that supports the music industry has put them in that position to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people now that feel like radio is not important anymore, or breaking your record through a DJ is not important no more. And this is me telling you that will forever not be the case.
No.
Artist's dream, I don't care if it's 2050, I don't care what year it is. An artist's goal in life will always be to get their record played on the radio. I don't think that will ever go away.
Or
you
that
understand what I'm saying?
Or that big party that everybody's talking about, and at the height of the party, your record comes on and everybody's just enjoying themselves. That's always.
But even at that, I still think
even
like
at that, I think they still want
radio. As an artist, that's your first thought.
Back in the days, they was one of the biggest groups. They didn't have no records on the radio like that, but they still did their numbers and people loved them. But I bet you if they had records on the radio every day like everybody else, they would have felt.
Yeah,
they would have.
But that's my thing. A lot of upcoming artists say radio's not important no more. I'm saying this like from interviewing people and being around people. When you're an artist and you're an up and coming artist, your first thought when you making a record is, I want it to be played on the radio. You can't tell me otherwise.
Nah, of course.
You're not gonna tell me that you wake up one day wanting to be an artist saying, I want my song on the Spotify list. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't even make no sense.
You cannot remove the DJ from the hip hop culture.
Right. You cannot.
It started with the DJ. The DJ will always be there.
Right. And for me, I also think that it takes a specific DJ who knows how to break a record in front of a big crowd. It's really important to have a DJ like that in your corner as well, too, because any DJ could break a record any time of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to play this record. Okay, cool. But is that record going to gain traction when he breaks the record or she breaks the record during that time? You got to really know music as a DJ to know when to break a record so it can have some type of an impact to the crowd.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's the science of being a DJ. Like, you got to know how to break the records. A lot of the times, like for me, if I can't figure out a way of how to break a record, I can love the record, but how can I support a record that I can't play? You know what I'm saying?
In your rotation.
In my rotation. You understand what I'm saying? Or that I can't play during, after or before somebody's favorite song or the most popular song or the most popular old school song.
So the energy you can carry over to
right. It just it gotta make sense. Right. It gotta make sense. So as far as your music goes, Eddie, how do you describe your music?
I would say authentic.
In what way?
In a real way, in the normal hip hop way. You know what I mean? Because like you asking me this question and I'm 20 years in. Me saying, yo, my shit is real. I'm talking real. That shit sound petty. That shit, it sound crazy right now, 2021.
Right.
Yo, my shit is what it is. But this is what it been since the beginning. So I'm not a new artist giving you that. It's just my music always had a certain type of feel to it. We always talked about the streets, our everyday trials, tribulations, not as far as like on a glorification level, but as like this is what you get when you do this.
Kind of like a teaching level, like you're trying to teach from your experiences being on the street. Right. So kind of like the old school street 90s vibe. That's how you would describe it. That's great, man. I definitely want to hear some joints. I know you sent some joints in the email. How is it working with Shotty and having that type of management behind you?
I love it right now. Love it. Shotty, Shotty was around since the beginning. When we got our first record deal with Quest Records back in the like late 90s, early 2000. We was with Quincy Jones. Shotty was with us then. You know what I mean? He money balls. He just don't rap. You know what I mean? So we always had a great relationship. And over the years, out of the group, I'm one of the parts of the group that kept putting music out, features, stay working, you know what I mean, over the time. Shotty always around. He one of the guys in the group that stayed in contact with all the people we know that's connected in the industry. You know what I mean? So it made sense to just partner up with Shotty. Called him, yo, Shotty, I want you to manage me. Chief, no problem. Been moving ever since.
Nice. Now, before we get to your music, man, Is there anything new from this new music era that kind of discourages you sometimes from making music?
Oh man, I don't know if I want to get into that topic right now, man, but
There's a real show. We get into some real
What
conversations, man.
discourages me about the music game right now, like a lot of bullshit
Politics.
that they call rap ain't rap. It's a lot of shit they call in hip hop. You know what I mean? It's good music, it's hip hop, but it ain't rap. I think they need to create a new genre for some of this shit. You know what I mean? Some of this shit ain't really rap. It ain't what I grew up off of. Niggas ain't clever with words. Niggas is not giving you visual. You can't see it when they say it. Give you a good couple melodies, nice hook here and there. It's feel good music. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't call a lot of this shit rap.
Do you think, because I talk like that too, you know what I'm saying? Do you think us talking like that is because we're not trying to embrace the new era of music? Is it because it's not made the way we learn?
Listen, music change every decade.
Right.
You know that 50s don't sound like the 60s, 60s don't sound like the 70s, 70s, so on and so forth, right? A lot of the I'm gonna say a lot, but it's young artists that I fuck with, genuinely fuck with, that I think is nice. For one, Lil Baby. You know what I mean? Not because he commercialized now. Like when I first heard him, my son tried to let me hear him. His voice was a little too squeaky for me. I don't want to hear this shit, EJ. You know what I mean? That's my son name. Shout out to EJ. But I like Yo Gotti, and they always talking that cocaine shit. You know what I mean? Street shit. I stumbled on him from a feature on one of their records, and that's how I heard it. After my son was already trying to plug me, I wouldn't give him a shot. When I started listening to him, kid got some shit. He writing, he talking, and he giving you life experience. You could tell a lot of the stuff he's saying. He walked in those shoes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I ain't gonna say a lot, but some of the kids, they really putting their heart into this shit, and there's some of them just having fun.
You know, talking about some of the kids that putting in work, and I think this gentleman is from the Bronx. As a lyricist and as somebody who could really spit bars, who I feel is so underrated, who I think is from the Bronx, is Axel Leon.
Oh yeah, Axe from the Bronx.
Yeah,
he can body anything.
Yes,
He
yes.
just
Shout out to Axe.
Ain't he from over by like Cortland or some shit?
Simpson.
He fuck with Hellbound Pool.
Yeah, but he from Simpson.
Man.
Yeah.
All the
I
joint.
saw him get down a couple times. Yeah, I can't get busy.
Axel created these logos, actually.
Yeah.
Axel created the CBO logos.
Dope. Yo, I just think that he is
There's a couple of them out there, Trace.
He a beast,
And
man.
there's a couple of them from the Bronx, man.
Axel Leon, right?
Yeah.
He a beast, man.
I don't know him personally, but we got a lot of mutual friends. He fuck with niggas I fuck with, so I was already logged in on his shit.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we never had a formal. What you mean I know?
When they brought him to the old spot on Webster, and he sat there and spit that shit from A to Z in the back.
I wasn't too.
You was right there at the cipher, nigga. It was all of us there. Nigga.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
We all learning something new in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we about to get to these two joints. We're about to get to these two joints Shotty sent us by Eddie Chiba. You know what it is. What joint you got locked in first, Epidemic?
I got both of them loaded up. I have
Get your money up.
I have to get your money up. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have the other one.
Oh, Murder.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we go with Get Your Money Up first.
All right, so Get Your Money Up. Is that your single?
They both singles.
They both singles right
They
now.
dropped probably like 4 days apart.
So how did that one come about? Get Your Money Up.
I did that record a while ago, but one of my mans that's on the record, he's sitting down right now, so we just put the record on freeze and shit. He about to come home soon, so I'm like, yo, let's go with this one.
Okay. All right. You know what it is, man. Shotty is in here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eddie Chiba. Sold Not For Sale. They are here. Let's get to this new Eddie Chiba music. We live on the Fix Show, DTFradio.com, DJ Epidemic, DJ Trace. Let's get to it.
So get your money, nigga. You see me stacking mine like the bank. So get your money, nigga. You shooting dice, I got the bank. So get your money up. So get your get your money up. Get your money, nigga. Cause I'ma do it till I can't do it. All I know is to get this money. For way too long, I've been gone, niggas been hungry. I kill these songs, I'm on niggas' flows be bummy. They reppin' some bullshit and plus they dressin' funny. So when I come through and just scoop all the honey, we jumpin' out new shit, we spendin' all the shmoney. Be careful in the Bronx, cause sex money will serve you. If you ain't got respect, even little niggas will hurt you. And every bitch you won't get with probably gon' curve you. I lie to parole, piss dirty and break curfew. I'm getting money, I could pay a nigga to murk you, but I take the hit myself to show you niggas my virtue. I'm from the Bronx, where they say it so niggas heard you, and the guns do the talking, so you don't wanna be verbal, nigga. I just medicate with the herbal, nigga. I just fuck bad bitches that don't deserve a nigga. If I pull out this ratchet, it's time for murder, nigga. Used to see me in the lobby with work, serving niggas. Now I'm on these beats, putting in work, serving niggas. Had your little run, spitting that compass curtains, nigga. Flame on, time to burn niggas like game on, bitch. That's for any nigga I ain't never do a song with. Shout my nigga Bago, JB. Know we know good, KO, yeah, that's home team. So bone skins, niggas grip things, equipped with red beams that crack bones and make heads scream with a lead ring, nigga. So get your money, nigga. You see me stacking mine like the bank. So get your money, nigga. You shooting dice, I got the bank. So get your money up. So get your money up. So get your money, nigga. Cause I'ma do it till I can't do it. Turned the bitch into a groupie, swooped her in the roofie, took her to a movie. Then we made a movie, pussy wet as a jacuzzi. Had a skirt like a Uzi. Money never move me, you could never move me. For that money, grab the toolie. Switch a nigga kooky, nigga, all my niggas Gucci. Such a lot of Lucy, had me arms big as Tuki. All my shit is shooting, they aim steady and proving. See, we never losing, that's why they follow the movement. These haters are speculating, ain't that one until we proven. Never hesitating, my shakers is steady moving. My killers is really fooling. Bitches know who they choosing. Sports, money, and cruising. My niggas take cake out of state. You see the Cubans, the shit around our neck, hold weight. You see the ruler about to ride on these niggas, no break. Shouts out to Uber. So get your money, nigga. You see me stacking mine like the bank. So get your money, nigga. You shooting dice, I got the bank. So get your money up. So get your money up. So get your money, nigga. Cause I'ma do it till I can't do it. I ain't never known to be scared. Since y'all know bad to be shooting up in the air. Our niggas clear flag shot mags when y'all was shooting flares. Niggas scared to hop off your porch, you're standing on the stairs. Yeah, welcome to the slums. When niggas dress like bums, niggas collecting funds. When niggas dress like bitches, niggas that shoot guns. When niggas dress like cops, just to catch one. Home invasions is best when they on vacation. But if shit got to get done, the shit just got to get done, nigga. African style, beating niggas like drums. Trying to slide around my beehive, nigga, you getting stung. I try to say the nickel you, but coming for my nickels, dude, I 4-5 nickel you. Wheelchair cripple you, put you in that pickle juice. Stiff like a cucumber, my niggas do numbers. Low for a few summers, far for some newcomers. Y'all probably owe some change, just straight back at Eddie Cheap. Y'all know about the name. Lost money, nigga, we want the money, fuck the fame. Y'all thought we was washed, nigga, detergent down the drain. Get your money back. So get your money, nigga. You see me stacking mine like the bank. So get your money, nigga. You shooting dice, I got the bank. So get your money up. So get your money up. So get your money, nigga. Cause I'ma do it till I can't do it. So get your money, nigga. You see me stacking mine like the bank. So get your money, nigga. You shooting dice, I got the bank. So get your money up. So get your money up. So get your money, nigga. Cause I'ma do it till I can't do it. East City, Boss Money. On my grind till a nigga reach the finish line. Kitchen table with them pounds like it's dinner time. Mason and Cooper collection for the winter time. Dead stock spot, movers and shakers, I'm getting mine. Niggas moving them birds, yeah, you know my kind.
Kinda slick with them words, nigga, they quote my lines. This that James and Curry going to overtime. I got angels and demons pulling at me from all sides. When I ride, it's the 9 or the 4-5. Said when I ride, it's the 6, not the 4-5. He was frontin' for them hoes, now he hog-tied. Said she wanted to smoke, gave him the wrong kind. Hit him in the head and caught him for about a dime. See, these the kind of jewels you only get in the rhyme. And that was my bitch, the nigga thought he was live. Till she pulled out the 9 and sung him a lullaby like... Dough chasing, not out here hoe chasing. Even though I keep 3 or 4 on rotation. As a youngin', I went to school and got a vocation. I was working them blocks and now I'm bricklaying. I maneuver through the blocks with that shit playing. Holla if you need a better price than what you been paying. Cause I rarely listen to what a bitch saying. So she starts singing about what him saying. How much money he make in the crib he staying. Killer's alarm system be penetrated. I had this nigga in power like a generator. Botched the robbery, we had to ventilate him. Now the block on fire like an incinerator. Homicide asking questions, I'm cool as the refrigerator. I ain't got no information for investigators. They gon' have to try to catch me and arrest me later.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. We live on the Fix Show, DTFradio.com. Shout out to Eddie Chiba. He is here alongside Shoddy, Sold Not For Sale. They are here. It's all about Eddie Chiba music right now, man. You know what it is. Epidemic, tell me your feedback, man. What's up? How you like the records?
The records. Reminiscent of being in my father's 83 Camry when he first got it. I was only in the first grade, listening to
Right.
97 and shit like that.
Right. Right.
Street hip hop.
Right.
I'm used to.
Right. Now, you know, Shoddy, I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't say what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Y'all been on the show before. I'll be honest with you, Eddie, man. In this era, and especially for a long time, I would say since 2010 till now, that music is always great. It's always great to have that type of music, but it's not. It doesn't play the same position that it used to play before 2010, going down to the 90s, the 80s. It doesn't have the same position anymore in the music industry. You understand what I'm saying? So music like that it is great, but you know you gotta find the position out there for it. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna rock that music? Is that music gonna be rocked while I'm DJing a brunch? Can I rock that music during a wedding? Can I rock that music during peak time at a club, at a lounge? You know what I'm saying? Is that a song that I'm gonna play when I open up? You know what I'm saying? And I'm there early, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Hold on, let me finish, right? You gotta really when you're making records nowadays, and this is just my insight towards you guys, you gotta really think about what's the record for and who's it for and where is it for. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yes, this is your blood, sweat, and tears going into the studio, going into your writing, going into your music. But you got to really think about, you know, what position are you going to put the DJ in when he plays that song or those types of songs.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you just got to understand what demographic is that music for.
Nah.
And I love that music, right? But it puts me in a position, and I'm throwing myself in it now, is like, when can I play that music? Can I play it during a Dipset or Locks, you know, set? You know what I'm saying? Can I play it, you know, in the beginning, or can I play it when people are walking out? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like where and how can I play that song?
Exactly.
That's the position that you put me in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. See, during the pandemic, one thing that changed, it was no more outside.
Right.
It forced a lot of people to actually start listening to records again.
Right.
Every record ain't gonna be made for a club. Some records are gonna be made for you in your car, you riding, you listening, you vibing out to.
Right.
This is in that lane, but it also can go right in that lane with the Dipset and a Locks record if you played in the club. This is that rider music, that listening and zone out. What Nas used to get labeled as it wasn't really party music for Nas. It was more the guys listening and observing hip hop. I'm riding in my car. I'm in the crib. I'm vibing to it. I'm in the barbershop with dudes. It was that type of music.
Definitely, I
just
agree
said
with that.
You love that type of music.
I do,
You
yes.
think you're the only person that still love that type of music?
No, but
I'm not worried about getting played in the clubs. 45 years old.
I never said that. What I said,
No, he was saying as a DJ.
I hear you.
as a
I hear
DJ, you know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
what you asking me, those are things that I'm not even looking to, like, I'm not looking to get my son's friends listening to my music.
right.
My son rap, he gonna get them to
Right.
listen to his music. But
Right.
dudes like you, that's my age, that still wanna hear shit that you used to.
That's when the new era take advantage for him though, because with all the Spotify, all the Apple, all the shit for people like I age, I'm 40. So for people that really like, and you know where
I'm
I come
42.
from. So you know where I come from. So you know straight bars. My son ain't changing. He ain't changing
Right.
for nothing to nobody. So at the end of the day, that's when the social media and everything play a bigger part for him. Because for people that want to listen to shit and want to download shit like that and they Apple Music and all that, is going to do that. It's
Right.
nothing for, it's a press of a button. So if I hear one joint from him that I like, it's nothing for me to go to his joint and download his whole joint with a press
Right.
of a button.
Right.
So like you said, if you like it and I like it and other people like it, then we gotta, it take a million people out the world to like it.
No, me personally, from a personal standpoint, I would definitely. I mean, I don't have no music on my phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely listen to it on my time off, on
Right.
a personal time.
Yeah.
But as a DJ, I would definitely play that. Maybe when I come in, I open up, or maybe on the way out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Would I play that prime time during a street set prime time? I don't know. I would have to figure it out.
It will have to be off the energy.
I would have to find records that match that type of energy that would complement my blends, that would complement, you know, how I transition the records. I would have to figure out, you know, what records go before and after
Right.
those songs.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Which, of course, I would always figure out. You've seen me do my thing.
Yeah.
You know, I could always figure it out. But I definitely like the records. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just it's just records like that are always hard to try to implement into things that I do, specifically
Yeah,
me,
to
because I
yourself.
do a lot of brunches, you know, stuff for the
feel good-
ladies.
feel good
you know what I'm
music,
saying?
yeah.
Right, two-step stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would have to be like in my bag playing, you know, like some real deep locks,
Right.
grave diggers.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
To get
saying?
it- to
Joints
get into
like that
that,
to
yeah.
get that in there. You know what I'm saying?
The record wasn't, you know, it wasn't made.
It wasn't intended for mainstream.
No. This was
Right.
intended for the people who's loving hip hop, the streets. That's back to it.
Right.
Exactly. But actually, it's intended for the people that fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got a follower. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you making music and you've been making music for a long time,
Mhm.
you gotta, the people that love you for what you do, you gotta always give them the shit they love.
Of course. I always
It's like
I always feel like
people
that.
was
I always
still a
feel like
group,
that.
right?
I
And then
felt
they
like
come out
that.
making this new shit.
Right.
Niggas is like, what the fuck is you doing?
I felt like that when
You know what I mean?
I felt like that when Jay-Z made the Holy Grail album, when he went trap.
Right.
But then he came out with 444 and I was like, all right, he back.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. So I definitely get what you're saying. when it comes
But
to
a
that.
lane for this boom bap rap that was suppressed for a while, that's now resurged. It's from the likes of Griselda's. It's from the likes of Nas, who said, I'm taking my last album, I'm taking it back to the 90s, to what I really did, and putting that sound out where people gravitated to it. And now you see it's more people out there. It's J.
That still
Cole's.
wanna hear that.
It's
It's-
boom bap rap. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you off. I went to the show, talking about Griselda, I went to the show Conway, Benny, he brought Spice and Fred out Philly. Loaded. When I mean this shit was so loaded, you talk about fans that you could reach out. And this is shit that you can't play in the club. They shit you can't play. They don't even need a beat. This is how they fans is, bro. They want to hear you rap. They don't give a fuck if you
I know.
beat.
I know.
Yo, they brought Fred out, bro. The whole crowd. So it's like, it's a lane right now today for every type of genre of music. It's not like, you understand what I'm saying?
Gotta
You
just
stuck
tap
in a
into
box
it.
now. So
Yeah.
No, I
But he was
definitely,
just saying from a DJ.
yeah, I definitely understand, and I don't know if you remember this, but remember I'm Graph's DJ. Graph is super underground. He's like one of the most underrated lyricists in the world. You understand what I'm saying? But this takes me back to when I don't know if you was at Santos Party House for this one, but it was Fred, the Godson, Raekwon, Graph. I was on the set. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was Raekwon. Right. So I understand where you guys come from when it comes to talking about this boom bap stuff. Trust me, I'm still about that life. I'm still about bars. I'm still about a lot of things. Like when this show originated with guests coming on here, and after their interview, they would go spit bars. But I stopped doing that because a lot of guests couldn't spit like that. So it was kind of like, I'd rather have some real spitters than to have people who think they can spit and can't spit. So when you put them on the spot, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I kind of like stopped that for a while. But I definitely, respect people like yourself who make that type of music and the spitters. You know what I'm saying? We still do events with upcoming artists and stuff like that. But it's just hard in from a DJ perspective to play that type of music anywhere, especially now that you have these newer genres like the TikTok music, the dance music, all taking over the party scene. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You said TikTok music, right?
Right.
TikTok music.
Come into the mic, please.
TikTok music is just, to me, records that people use on TikTok that happen to catch fire. Right. Take, for instance, Get Your Money Up. If they take that hook, that hook, get your money, because it's a radio version to it, so they can use it on it. And they find something catchy to do with just that one part, that could turn that record into a TikTok record.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But right now, you saying I'm having a hard time finding a way to play it. It's always like that.
No, I'm just talking as a journalist on radio, but outside of here, I could do
DJ,
it. Right.
The energy is different when you compare it to the songs that's out.
Right.
You can't slip it in between. What's the joint that everybody was doing this stupid?
Right. Beatbox.
Yeah, like them type of record. Right. I hear you. My sound totally different from that sound.
Right.
Which I'm not even trying to do that type of shit. I could.
Right.
And I probably do it better than a lot of them too, because I could really rap. But ain't nobody gonna respect that shit from me.
Right.
Nobody gonna respect that shit from Eddie Chiba. What the fuck is up with your man? You know what I mean?
But the key is that you could and do have different sounds of music. It's not, his music is not just all boom bap. He can jump on party and feel good music.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as you go, Eddie, you spoke earlier about rappers and melodies and stuff like that. How do you feel about the artists right now who kind of like sing and rap on their tracks and then consider their music R&B tracks when they're not?
It's tricky because it's like they music, like this is like what's the word I'm looking for? You can't control this shit. This shit spins out of control and becomes what it wants to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just like how we were saying about the certain music, like you said, things they rap and they sing it. Like it's no control over that shit. Once person, I'm gonna use this for analogy. The kid Nas X, he did a hip hop record. He put it in a country genre. They made some stink over it. His record blew up because of that, right? He's a country singer now, right?
No.
Right. But that's what's going on. Kids is making music. It's not rap, but they rappers.
Right.
But no. It's but no.
You're right about what you're saying.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's the same shit. So it's really you can't control this shit. It's an animal in itself, like that just keeps evolving.
So do you think the way people label music and the genres they use to put music in, you think that's the problem? Like it's being labeled wrong?
Yeah, it's being labeled wrong because as music gets older and new styles of music come out, you can't keep calling everything the same thing. You can't call it rap if it ain't rap. Rap really started over, like when it really took off for us in the 90s, boom bap shit, drums. Drums always led the motherfucking music.
Right.
The drums are nowadays
808s is everything.
Drums ain't leading the music. The kicks is
Right.
leading the music. The 808s, you know what I mean? It's different. It's really not the same feel for you to call it the same music.
Now, would you blame artists or would you blame producers? And I'm asking you for a specific reason.
I can't blame artists or producers because people do what feels good to them.
Right.
So even if I call myself a rapper, if I hear a beat that forces me to harmonize a hook or come up with a melody, I'm still a rapper, but the music is like I don't know where I get this shit from.
Right.
That shit just come out of nowhere in your head.
Well, the reason why I asked you that is because I spoke to a producer recently in like the last few months, and I spoke to him about my feelings about, the type of production that's being put out right now. And he was just like, yo, Trey, of course I'm not going to say who it is, but he was just like, yo, Trey, like I have a whole bunch of beats. I could let you come into the studio and you can listen to R&B, house, pop, everything. But the artists that come in who hire me to be a part of their projects pick these beats.
Right.
This is what they want on their projects. And I can't say no, because it's not on me to say, look,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's what he wanna do.
Right.
My job is to get it done.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I respect it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So Shadi, as you know, from a manager's perspective, of course you're in management to make some type of bread as well too, right? It's a business for you, right?
Yep.
How do you push your artists, or do you push your artists to be able to make records where you as a manager benefit as well too?
Yeah, I mean, you let your artists be them.
Right.
That's what draw you to them to want to manage them or be a part of their project, is them being them, but also the same bro telling them, don't put yourself in a box. Don't be afraid to do something different with a different sound. If you're from New York, don't be afraid to do something with somebody from the West Coast, or do someone on a West Coast producer's beat. It might bring out a different sound on you that might not be tapped on to yet. It might be the next biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you only stick with, I'm only doing New York beats with New York producers, only rapping with New York rappers, you keeping yourself in the box. You're limiting yourself, and limiting yourself is limiting your type of money you can make.
Right. And it's also putting you in the box because you got to be able to sell something that you manage, right?
Yep.
We got range though.
Right.
We got range.
I definitely want to hear some more records like from Eddie. So feel free to send some emails with some records.
Yeah, definitely.
What I will say is I definitely want to play your joint on Heat 106.1 FM this Thursday.
Yeah, appreciate that.
You know what
Definitely,
I'm saying?
definitely.
So if you know about the station, of course you get your BDS spins. If it's registered,
yes,
you get your spins. You know what I'm saying? Epidemic, you down? Play that on the Heat.
Yeah, ask what they think
Hold on,
about it
Chief.
too.
Yeah, just real quick for the listeners, because give them a brief history of your work, of who you worked with in the past.
Well,
You gotta talk into the mic, man. You gotta talk into the mic.
We got our first deal early 2000s, late 90s. I did work with Corrupt from Dog Pound. We worked with I got an unreleased record with Foxy Brown that never came out. I've been on probably Sadat like first 4 or 5 projects straight, all his solo joints. I think I'm probably on more than 4, but I think the first 4 I'm on all of those. Did joints with Mos Def. I can't even remember a lot of people, you know what I mean? Because my cousin Minnesota, he been producing for so many rappers for so long. We was his group. So I was just a tag along. No, we was young.
Right.
I'm ending up on records with people.
So I gotta ask you, because, throwing myself in there from a person who has a long resume, you have a long resume. How do you take those accomplishments in that resume and turn it into a successful music career now?
That's what we trying to figure out right now.
Right.
Actually, You know what I mean? That's what we trying to figure out right now. Like I know I got to work too.
But before he
You know what I mean?
took
Like
the hiatus,
I'm not looking to be the biggest. I'm not looking to have the biggest record in the world. If it happened, cool. I'm looking to make the best music I can make though.
Right.
You know what I mean? If the people accept it, let's go. You know what I mean?
Right.
so before the hiatus, they had a fan base in Europe because of the works that they did in the past.
Right.
So
Europe,
P
Japan,
Brothers, shout out to them. Projects that they were on with
Monahan.
guys like Milano Constantine and Rock Marciano. They were in that's the lane. That was the space. Them doing records with Most broadened that
Showbiz.
with Showbiz. Shout out to Premier, the whole DITC. Doing records with those individuals latched them to a broader fan base, which they have a strong rap following overseas, and they have that. So when we came back with, all right, we coming back out, it was like, how do we reach and tap back in to that fan base?
Do you have access to those older records that you've been placed on?
Mm-hmm.
And you have permission to use the records or promote the records?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically from my knowledge, you understand what I'm saying? I would say try to create something where it could be pre-recorded or it could be live, but create a session where people could come and get to know him and get to know what he achieved in the past, so people could respect his present.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes it takes a situation where you got to know, he was a part of that. Okay, yeah. All right, yo. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
what's been happening since we started flirting
but
with putting the music back out.
You gotta create an experience, not just music.
No, I know.
You gotta create an experience,
like a listening party or something.
Yes, but no. You gotta create an experience that people want to be a part of.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So if it means that you have to do a flyer that has audio attached from them old records that get people like, okay, yes, I was a part of this.
Right.
It's okay to go on social media and say, yes, I did this.
Yeah.
I was a part of that. Yes, I accomplished it. Yes, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to create an experience, and that experience is going to help his name and his craft now skyrocket, because now in this era, it's not about listening parties or any type of parties. It's about building experiences.
Yep.
These young people want to be a part of an experience, because that experience creates this.
Yep. The experience.
That's what young people want to do.
Experiencing the brand.
Right.
Exactly.
They don't want to be at a listening session where they just sitting down listening to you spit, because they can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So you got to create an experience.
Absolutely.
Something that has people that are going to have people come in and it's really interactive, whether it's digital or not, you know what I'm saying? But you got to create
and give that organic feel.
Right.
Yes.
Now, what you were saying about creating an experience and not being scared to say, see, that'd be the thing. I'm so tied into the streets. Like, I never used to put my face on my music. So that's another reason people hear the music, never know it was me. Probably not familiar with me because of that, because we got a lot of music out. My face ain't on it. Say Money Boss Players, might say Eddie Chiba, never put my face on it.
That's something that you got to work on, man. You're part of an industry where people got to see you. People got to know who you are physically. You know what I'm saying?
When we were starting, this was always our logic for it. Let people get used to the music first before they see. You know what I mean? Before they see the glamour and glitz or
unfortunately, Eddie, you know what I mean? Our old school ways of doing things,
like I said, we
don't always work now. It probably could, but it don't always work now.
If you look at my page, I'm trying to engage.
Right.
So I'm learning. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm learning. You gotta be on that shit every day, damn it.
Right. You know Epidemic, you got any insight for Eddie Chiba?
Really, keep on doing what you're doing, and gotta just break that barrier with the social media.
It's hard. It's hard at my age to be. This shit is so. It feels so funny to look at my phone and talk to people that's not there. I ain't got no real.
I'm 40, man. I'm 40, and I get it. And look, I'm 40, and I get it. I still don't got no Snapchat. I ain't got no Snapchat.
Yeah, that
I got.
shit, it feels
They,
weird
they
to
told me
me.
to get on TikTok. I did one video in my whole life. I ain't never do another one. I was like, fuck this
Yo,
TikTok shit.
feels
You know what I'm
weird,
saying?
man. That's all
Like,
I'm
like
saying,
I'm not doing none of these
I'm trying
dances.
to get hip.
You feel me? Like there's
when
people.
when they ask you to do these things, it's like I'm not that entertaining.
I say I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah,
What are you asking me to do? Right.
Seriously, like you like the music? That's how I'm on it.
No,
like,
but you,
'cause I don't really have-
but what I
I'm a
could,
boring person.
what I could say from my experience being in your age bracket, you know what I'm saying, is find a niche that works for you, for your personality, for your brand, and continue to market and promote that niche.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you an example. Through this pandemic, a lot of DJs were able to make, money and new opportunities from doing live streaming and having the custom backgrounds, right? I tried that shit. I bought all that shit. Did it work for me? Hell no, it didn't work for me. What did I do? I continued to do what I was already doing. This show with him. We got a new opportunity with Heat 106. I still ain't put out no goddamn mixtape. I still ain't got no goddamn website. You understand what I'm saying? I say I'm going to just continue to do what has been working for me, even if it's the minimal thing. But I'm going to continue to do that. I'm not going to stop doing that because that's what's made me successful thus far. So I've tried the new stuff. It's okay to try. If it doesn't work for you, cool. But don't. I'm telling you from experience, don't let it discourage you. You just got to find something that does work for you and your brand. You understand what I'm saying?
And this is a question for you, Trace.
Go ahead.
And you, Epidemic.
I'm ready for the questions.
As a DJ,
we got like 3 minutes. Go ahead.
As a DJ, how are y'all not? And I know you had it before, but y'all don't stay committed to being the curators for these playlists on the Spotify and building that. Why DJs don't put the energy towards
You're gonna
that?
force me to say something I really don't want to do because I don't want to close no bridges. But I'm not even gonna say respectfully because I'm not the type to use terms that people use now. I'm gonna say I've never been a fan of playlists, so I haven't curated any playlists. That's more of a question for Epidemic. I'm still on the old school wave of just breaking a record on the radio or on the platforms that I have control over or that we have control over together, and being able to curate events, where we open doors for new artists to either play or perform their new music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've never been a fan of playlists at all, especially people who make playlists who are not DJs, who don't understand this culture, but still make the playlist.
And that's the thing that I was referring to. Like, you got curators that have no experience of putting this together, where music started from DJs with the mixtapes. Mixtape was just a hard copy playlist, basically.
Yeah, but it was mixed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like now it's kind of like these companies are grabbing influencers who have large followings to curate.
Yeah, I hate that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
popularity over talent. I hate it.
Like I ain't gonna say no more. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, this shit is new to me because people selling their records through this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't because of the music. It's because of all the other shit that you could see, all the content you could see on their social pages.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah.
And that shit trickles down to trickles over to the music.
Right. So
You know what I mean?
unfortunately, gentlemen, we are out of time. Real quick, Eddie Chiba, please let people know where they can find you, your social media handles, and let them know where they can follow you at.
My Instagram is ECBMG1200. My Facebook, Eddie Chiba. My Twitter is ECBMG. If you want to send me some beats or whatever, Boss Money Hard Copies at Gmail.
Nice, man. Shotty, go ahead.
All I gotta say is Get Your Money Up is available on all streaming platforms. Omerta's available on all streaming platforms.
Omerta, get your money up.
And Omerta's the code. This is what we're doing. You'll hear more from Eddie Chiba. Shout out to Minnesota. Shout out to Rem the Giant. We still here. We still coming.
Right. I appreciate you guys coming. Shout out to Soul.
You want that real rap? Fuck with us. Man.
Right.
That's
Shout out
all
to
I'm
Soul
saying.
Not For Sale. Appreciate y'all coming. You know what it is. Shout out to DJ Epidemic. We are out of time. Catch us here next week. You know what it is, the Fix Show, DTF Radio. We are celebrating 6 years in October being on this platform, man. So salute to all of y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we are out of here.
Peace.